Did you know that the otherworldly statues guarding the Giza plateau have been silently watching over us for nearly 5,000 years? And they're not alone. Over 3 million hieroglyphs riddle the walls of Egyptian tombs, each stroke a secret whispered across millennia. And then there are the pyramids themselves, eternal enigmas pointing towards the heavens, defying even modern engineering marvels. One of the world's greatest civilizations rose from the sands of the Nile over 5,000 years ago, crafting wonders that still defy explanation today. Ancient Egypt wasn't just about pyramids and pharaohs. It was a civilization of secrets, sacred rituals, and a deep obsession with the afterlife. Today we embark on an extraordinary journey back in time, unearthing the hidden truths, myths and mysteries that continue to captivate us about ancient Egypt. Join us as we unravel the enigma of these colossal sentinels. We delve into the depths of their cryptic tombs and decipher the secrets embedded in the very fabric of this lost world. Are you ready to uncover the enigma of ancient Egypt? And let's dive in. The majestic river Nile, the cradle of ancient Egyptian civilization, held within its fertile banks the key to the kingdom's prosperity. Every year, the Nile would overflow, leaving behind nutrient-rich silt that transformed the land into a bountiful landscape. The annual flooding of the Nile was not just a source of fertility, but also a life-giving force that sustained the kingdom and influenced the very core of Egyptian beliefs. For the Egyptians, the Nile was personified as a deity, and its predictable inundations were seen as divine gifts. They believed that the Nile's bounty was a direct result of the pharaoh's closeness to the gods. When the river flowed generously, it was a sign of the pharaoh's divine favor and the kingdom's prosperity. Conversely, if the floods were insufficient or excessive, it was seen as a divine reprimand, a message from the gods that something was amiss. This intimate connection between the Nile and the pharaoh led to a complex system of rituals and ceremonies. Each year, the pharaohs celebrated the rising of the Nile with festivities and offerings to the gods, ensuring the continuation of the river's life-giving flow. They built massive dams and irrigation systems to control the water, channeling it to sustain crops and sustain the kingdom's growth. In essence, the ancient Egyptians lived in harmony with the rhythms of the Nile, recognizing both its life-giving powers and its capricious nature. The river was not just a geographical feature, but a living, breathing entity that shaped their beliefs, their society, and their destiny. Now let's rewind the clock to around 3100 BC in the northeastern corner of Africa, a land where the river Nile met the Mediterranean, a place we now call Egypt. At this time, Egypt wasn't a united kingdom. Instead, it was divided into several small regions along the Nile. Then came Narmer, a ruler from the south who set out on a journey to unite these fragmented lands. He marched north with his army, battling rival chieftains and forging alliances until he reached the northernmost point of the known world at that time. With the union complete, he was hailed as the first pharaoh, signifying the birth of a new era in Egyptian history. This moment marked the beginning of the early dynastic period, a time when the foundations of Egyptian civilization were laid. The newly unified kingdom looked to its pharaohs as divine rulers, setting the stage for centuries of pharaonic rule. As the dynasties passed down the crown, each pharaoh was considered a successor to Narmer, forming a lineage of god-kings that would shape the course of Egyptian history. In the Old Kingdom, which lasted from roughly 2686 to 2181 BC, Egypt reached new heights of prosperity. During this period, the Giza Plateau came alive with monumental construction projects. Among them, the Great Pyramid of Giza, testament to human ingenuity and the unfathomable resources commanded by the pharaohs. This awe-inspiring structure, originally named the Monument of Khufu, served as the eternal resting place for Pharaoh Khufu. The pyramid's sheer size, standing as the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years, was a reflection of the pharaoh's divine status. But it was much more than a tomb. It was built with precision and care. The pyramid's internal chambers and passageways hinted at a cosmic connection, aligning with celestial bodies in a celestial ballet of astronomical significance. For the Egyptians, death was not an ending, but a transition. And the pyramids, with their intricate designs, were cosmic stairways for the soul's journey. Khufu's pyramid, buried under the sands of time, continues to whisper tales of a civilization that dared to dream big and build even bigger. However, the Old Kingdom was not destined to last. Political instability and economic challenges led to the collapse of central authority, plunging Egypt into a period known as the First Intermediate Period. As the Old Kingdom waned, Egypt found itself on the brink of transformation during the Middle Kingdom. Spanning from 2055 to 1650 BC, the nation was reunited under Mentuhotep II, initiating a golden age of art, literature, and centralized power. During this period, Egypt's cultural influence flourished. Literature thrived with works like the Cairo Story, tales of everyday life that offered a glimpse into the hearts and minds of ancient Egyptians. The arts flourished with exquisite paintings and sculptures adorning tombs and temples, capturing the essence of a civilization at its zenith. However, the seeds of change were already being sown. Internal conflicts and external pressures gradually eroded the kingdom's stability, leading to the Second Intermediate Period. Yet amidst these turbulent times, Ged witnessed the emergence of formidable rulers like Kamose and Amos I, who successfully drove out the Hyksos, foreign rulers who had infiltrated Thebes. This victory marked a pivotal moment, clearing the path for Egypt to enter its most powerful era, the New Kingdom. From 1543 to 1292 BC, the New Kingdom was a golden age for Egypt, known for its military prowess, territorial expansion, and cultural achievements. During this era, Egypt's borders stretched from the Levant in the northeast to Nubia in the south. Powerful pharaohs like Thutmose III and Hatshepsut expanded the empire through trade and military campaigns, bringing immense wealth and prestige to the kingdom. Hatshepsut, one of history's most prominent female rulers, defied gender norms and ruled as a male pharaoh, leaving behind a legacy of architectural marvels like the mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari. Another iconic figure of this era was Ramses II, often regarded as the greatest pharaoh of all time. His reign from 1279 to 1213 BC was marked by monumental constructions such as the Ramesseum, its grand mortuary temple, and the Abu Simbel, twin temples carved into a mountainside. Ramses II's enduring image, the imposing seated colossus at Abu Simbel, is a testament to his lasting legacy. The late New Kingdom also saw the rise of Akhenaten, who introduced a revolutionary concept, the worship of Aten, the sun disk, as the supreme god. This marked the first known instance of monotheism in recorded history. Akhenaten's wife, Nefertiti, immortalized in the famous bust, now housed in Berlin, became an iconic symbol of beauty and grace. Their daughter, Ankhesenamun, attempted to wed the Hittite king to secure an alliance against the encroaching sea peoples. But the New Kingdom's troubles were compounded by the mysterious death of Tutankhamun, Akhenaten's successor, the young age of 19. The discovery of his nearly intact tomb by Howard Carter in 1922 captivated the world and provided invaluable insights into this enigmatic era. Despite its glories, the New Kingdom eventually succumbed to internal strife and external pressures, including attacks by the mysterious sea peoples. This decline marked the beginning of the Third Intermediate Period, a time of fragmentation and foreign rule. During the Third Intermediate Period, Egypt came under the control of foreign powers, starting with the Assyrians followed by the Persians. The Libyans briefly reasserted control under the 22nd dynasty, but Egypt's fate was ultimately intertwined with the rise of the New Kingdom. However, the era of foreign domination was destined to end with the arrival of Alexander the Great. Following the Persian conquest, Egypt became part of the Ptolemaic Kingdom, a Hellenistic dynasty founded by Ptolemy I, one of Alexander's generals. This period marked a significant cultural fusion as Greek and Egyptian influences intertwined. The most renowned ruler of this era was Cleopatra VII, famed for her intelligence, political acumen, and tragic romance with Roman general Julius Caesar. After Caesar's assassination, Cleopatra formed an alliance with Mark Antony, a Roman triumvir. However, their partnership led to a diplomatic crisis between Rome and Octavian, Caesar's adopted son, who sought to expand his power. Fearing repercussions, Cleopatra and Mark Antony took their own lives, ending the Ptolemaic dynasty and marking the end of ancient Egypt's independence. Egypt became a province of Rome, ushering in a new chapter in its long and storied history. But the story doesn't end here. The mysteries of ancient Egypt continue to captivate us. From the enigmatic pyramids to the undeciphered riddles of the past, there's still so much to uncover. What intrigues you the most about ancient Egypt? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys through time. Thank you for joining us today. Till next time, keep exploring the past and stay curious.